Hey guys, so we got a wholesome story time for you.
And yes, it's from Reddit.
I know it's from Reddit,
But just sit and listen to it because it's really wholesome. Yes, it is.
I just kind of want a wholesome story because it's been a long time and I feel like I need a palate cleanser. So I hope you guys enjoy this one and let's get into it.
My boss comes to ruin my D&D club and it spectacularly backfires. I also get 3 more players. Posted by Cat Lord Rex Phyllis. I work in a school and have a group of 8 to 12-year-old kids who play. It's a relatively new club and I'm relatively new DM. I've done about 8 sessions so far. Backstory. I live and work in an international school, so we have staff and pupils from many different countries. Therefore, culture is set mainly by the school and the pupils, not by the nation the school's in. I see the school counsellor and suggest that role-playing would help some of the pupils we have who are quiet, withdrawn, and the ones who are on the spectrum. She agrees and supports my proposal. I present it to the senior leadership to get a budget and buy some stuff, player's handbook, DM guide, etc, etc. They are supportive except for one deputy head, DH, who is a retired American professional sports player. This DH says that they should be doing sports every day and that extra sport, not pretending to be someone you're not, is the answer. DH is widely ignored once counsellor and I explain potential benefits. Session 5. We are short-staffed, so DH is on duty at the school. DH decides that it would be a great idea to come into the building I'm in. Of the 10 pupils I have in the library area, 7 are there to play D&D. I tell DH this, and DH decides that the 3 who are not playing must be the cool kids, so goes to speak to them. 5 minutes into the conversation, the girls say they are leaving because they are off to play D&D. DH tries to convince them to stay and says that they don't see the point in it. Girls leave and come to play D&D. DH goes over to the 3 who are not playing and starts telling them how sport is great and do they want to go and shoot some hoops. 3 remaining kids get scared.
Me?
3 remaining kids get scared they will be outside for sport, so they decide they want to watch D&D too. I now have a party of 7 and 3 kids observing who have never played before. As we begin, I manage to get some pre-made characters in case they decide they want to join in. They are happy just watching for now. Then DH walks in to supervise. I start describing the scene, and DH sits with some of the people. You're walking down a corridor. Everyone, roll your d20. Kids enthusiastically roll dice. A swarm of rats is approaching them. DH, what's the point of this? Before I can even reply, one of the cool girls, CG, does. What do you mean, what's the point? It's fun. Oh no, these rats are going to attack us. DH, look, there isn't even a board. I mean, what are you even doing? CG, we are fighting these rats. You don't get it, don't worry. This is my character sheet and let me explain to you how it works. While explaining the character sheet, she has a brainwave about the rats. You know Brian the druid might be able to talk to the rats, so we don't need to fight them. DH gives a snort when CG says druid. DH, Brian? Who's Brian? We don't even have a Brian. CG, Ed's character's called Brian.
Imagine calling yourself that.
Brian in game, like come on. You can pick anything, like literally anything. It's like, I'm gonna name my character Brian.
Coming to I've got no leg to stand on. All my character names have been absolute memes.
Yeah, well, yeah. DH. Oh, so Ed can deal with these rats? CG. No, it's his character, not him. He can't deal with the rats, but he's a druid, so he can try and talk to the animals. Once some of the rats are killed, the 3 kids who are watching decide that this is amazing, and they want to play too. I give them pre-made characters and say that they were attacking the rats from the other side, and this is how they meet up. I sit them with people who they know slightly more, and that can help them. DH does not remain silent, but nor does CG. DH. So, how do you know who the winner is? Someone has to win, right? CG. Yeah, us or the rats. DH. No, I mean, like in swimming, you have a winner. Who's your winner? CG. There doesn't always have to be one person who wins, does there? Let's hope no one dies. DH. So how do you know you have completed it then? CG. We need to restore a city which has disappeared when it comes back, then we'll know that we have won. DH. But there's no city, it's made up. This is when I look up and crack a smile. CG. You know, if you think about it, so is all sports. It doesn't really matter who can swim 50 metres the fastest. That's not how anyone gets a job. My dad is so fat he never does exercise anyway. DH. But I'm asking what the point is. How do you know when you've completed it? CG. It's not about completing it. Have you completed basketball? It's about having fun and right now smashing up these rats as Brian failed his role. DH makes a last try. I guess I think it's just a waste of time. CG and now her other cool friends are now joining in. Oh my god, how can you not see the point? Look how great my character is. I just showed them to you and you don't see the point. Come on, we get to do all this cool stuff. And there's real risks because we might die or be captured. Literally anything can happen. DH offers all 10 players to come outside to play a real game and leaves when they all look in disbelief at this. When DH left the room, I made sure the rats were hiding a chest which they found and unlocked, and it had a wide selection of snacks in it for them all to enjoy. Oh, it's cute. CG is 11 years old. Imagine having such insight at 11. Imagine telling the head coach at your school that ultimately all sport was made up. It was so great, so funny, and I thought I'd share it with you all here. Imagine if I walked into DH basketball or swimming lesson throwing the same questions around. Fortunately, DH returned later and took a photo of the group and put it in the school paper. I have my hopes that my club will be left alone by DH in the future. And on the experimental side of things, the kids on the spectrum have learnt literally all of the rules. I've had to explain that my world is different to the player's handbook. The kid who refuses to speak in front of others loves it, and now will talk to the group, but only has his character, and the counsellor is happy as she gets to report progress with development. Didn't know if this was out of game or game tales, as I'm relatively new to Reddit.
Well, you know, I this story is very Reddit, but I think it's very
Reddit,
sweet.
But I think it's cute.
I think it's sweet.
It is cute.
I feel like for me personally, I feel like I want a palate cleanser from time to time. I feel like we do too many negative stories.
Yeah.
I feel like we do a lot of stories about, oh, this happened, this was insane, or this happened and this was... And I don't think we focus on the good. And honestly, I feel like, for me, I feel like video games, for the most part, are a waste of time at this point. I feel like
it's because there are no good games.
They don't make good games anymore.
No.
And also, all the games that they do make, they're so... Like, when was the last time you played split screen with someone?
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time it was actually social?
I know.
And when was the last time you actually got a group of your friends to actually be able to do something together that's relatively low cost?
That's not online.
That's not online and doesn't involve drinking, although my games do involve a lot of drinking, but that's neither here nor there. But you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And I do feel like, genuinely, I do feel like role-playing games are overall a force for good.
Yeah.
For most
Especially
people.
for kids like that who
do
find it hard communicating and...
honestly, see, for me, I feel like I've gotten a lot better communicating in the last lot of years. I feel like YouTube has helped me mostly, but role-playing games have definitely done the same to a certain extent. And, like, Megan, what was I like when we first started going out?
Oh, you could barely speak
to
people.
Yeah, like, honestly, I could speak one-on-one, but I was...
even going out to a restaurant, I would have had to, like, order for him most of the time because he didn't want to speak.
Yeah, like, honestly, it was really bad. So, I don't know, I just can't... I find this story, I know it's very Reddit, but I thought it was sweet, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I thought it was, I thought it was fun, and, that's one of the things I'm really looking forward to Ozzy when he's a bit older, be able to play with him. That's one of the things I really look forward to.
Yeah, have a family game night.
Yeah, that's
It'll be so cute.
I think that would be... Oh, I would love for that.
I can't wait for it.
I really do. But have you guys got any wholesome stories? I want wholesome.
Yes, give us wholesome stories down below. Something like this. Maybe you've played or DM'd for, like, kids, or have you had a player in your group who you've seen develop, and, like, it's helped them? Let us know down below.
Because I do. The problem is
because it's cute and wholesome.
It is.
I need something wholesome, guys.
Yeah, we really do. You guys wait till they hear the story that we recorded earlier today. Jesus, it's enough.
Bad.
Anyway,
while you're down there, check out the website, the models, subclasses, all that good shit. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is a fucking ASMR channel now. You know it's pretty fucking based. Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
We've got big brains. We add But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Every week we're going to be doing a giveaway of the new pinup model of the month, or if models isn't your thing, all of our homebrew content. If you want to be in with a chance to win the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe. That's it. Hit the subscribe button. That's it.
Do it now.
But last week's winner was this guy. Well done! Yay! Round of applause. Everybody stands up and claps. But enough of that. Let's get back to the video.
All those moments will be lost in time.